What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush. Let's talk Jets. Hope everybody's had an excellent week. Definitely been a long one, man. The Jets are 0-3. Fans are arguing about should Aaron Glenn dance after a touchdown, finger pointing all over the place, fire this guy, fire that guy, just end the season, let's talk draft. I can't do that yet. I'm trying to find answers instead of creating more questions. But one of the biggest ones has to be, what is wrong with this Jets defense, and can it be fixed? How soon can it be fixed, especially with all these injuries the team is dealing with? Right now, Jermaine Johnson's out week to week. You lost two linebackers in Quincy Williams and McCrary Ball. The secondary's been banged up and just playing awful. And one of your fears is, do they even have the depth on this roster to plug and play and fill in guys? And that's a really good question, because a lot of these things we were worried about, depth at defensive end, the safety position, were things we talked about in the preseason and the offseason, and Muji and Glenn had their plan, and as of right now, it's not really playing out. It's a very high-priced defense that's underperforming in several areas. So the first way to fix it is, first I'll say is this: injuries are not an excuse. Teams all across the NFL deal with them. You've got to find a way to overcome them, and that comes from coaching, scheme, effort, and sound fundamentals. Some things are just basics, man. Go back to basics. What we've seen in the first 3 weeks is completely unacceptable and inexcusable. They can't generate turnovers. They're struggling to get sacks, and they can't get off the field in any kind of crucial situation. And the run defense, they just fall apart and melt. You worry about angles, you worry about over pursuit, and all these different things. And usually, the defense ahead of the offense hasn't been the case here. And then we all thought that last year's Saleh's defense was really good, but they kind of gave up with all the drama. But a new coaching staff would get them back to their old form, and that hasn't been the case. A lot of these high-priced players are doing the same thing this year that they did last year, and that's a problem. So how do you overcome it? And I think the first thing is accountability, man. Glenn has to just start clamping down on everybody. High-priced guys, low-priced guys, whatever it is, and make changes. We talk about Michael Clemens being this, he's going to get increased reps now because Jermaine Johnson's out. Is he actually contributing? Why do you keep trotting him out there if he's not making a difference? And it's going to be very hard to look at your team in a meeting room or a tape room, and you chop the same guy out there where he's a liability. So, give Leonard Taylor more reps. Give other guys more opportunities and see who can make a legitimate difference. You have guys like McGregor out there that are running around, don't really see an impact from him. So defensive line, they did make a move for Harrison Phillips and Briggs, which has worked out, but you can't stop there. The linebacking group, now you got to wonder, what are you going to do here? They went out, I think it was named Mark Robinson they got Cam Jones. The linebacker group is going to be a challenge for the Jets, especially if Sherwood's been struggling. Maybe you just go two linebackers, maybe you play a lot of dime. You just got to change your vision up here. I don't want to see this coaching staff stay arrogant to their scheme and just get lit up week in, week out. Like, sorry, man, we don't have the humans. We don't have the talent. That's unacceptable, man. You've got to maximize your resources. If it means a youth movement, go for it. Like, if you have to move Brandon Stevens to safety and play A.Z. Thomas at corner and bench Cisco, so be it. Cisco probably won't be here next year anyway. Like, it's like your identity, you're trying to assess what you have, and as you figure out what it is, you make changes. Don't be stubborn, don't be arrogant, and be proactive and not reactive. Like, the secondary's been a mess. I know they traded for Jarvis Brownlee Jr. He's in a walking boot. He's week to week, so you're going to have to figure out what's going on in the secondary. If it means more Malachi Moore, so be it. Like, it's just, you have to do something better than what's going on right now. You have to. It's a long year. You got 14 games left, which Aaron Glenn reminded us. Figure it out. So Monday night's going to be really interesting, man, because a lot of the matchups, Dolphins offense versus the Jets defense are not favorable. They have a lot of speed. If the Jets are going to be sloppy with, coverage and just giving up, huge chunks in the space in the zone and just over pursuing, they're going to get blown out again. So I'm curious to see if the Jets become more aggressive, if Aaron Glenn gets more vocal and involved in the defense. He's not going to say anything in public, but behind the scenes, he could have his fingerprints all over things, start holding guys accountable. So we'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think. Can this defense be fixed, or is it going to be one long year where we have to wait to clean out a lot of bad contracts and players and figure it out next year?